Staying Local to Ease Cost of Living Pressures by Sandy Miller. As fuel prices rise and global supply pressures continue, attention is turning to what this could mean for food costs in the weeks and months ahead. Community food network Box Divvy says it has seen a noticeable increase in questions from members about how petrol prices may flow through to their weekly shop.
People are joining the dots,
said Box Divvy co-founder Anton Vandenberg.
Fuel touches every part of the food system, from farms to transport, so it's natural people are asking what comes next. What we're seeing so far is not a uniform increase, but pressure building in different parts of the system.
Despite the reduction in the fuel excise, diesel prices are still over $3 per litre in many areas, with higher prices and fuel shortages being reported across the country. This is increasing transport costs and contributing to fuel levies across parts of the supply chain. Fertiliser prices have also lifted, adding further pressure at the farm level. At the same time, softer demand for fresh produce is offsetting some of these increases, creating a more uneven pricing environment across categories.
It's not a straight line. Some costs are rising, others are being absorbed. That's why the weekly shop can feel a little bit less predictable rather than simply more expensive.
Anton said. Box Divvy operates as a network of more than 350 local hubs across New South Wales, ACT and Victoria, where members order groceries online and collect them from a neighbour. The model connects people with fresh seasonal produce and pantry items from mostly Australian suppliers, while keeping supply chains shorter and more transparent.
About half our produce is sourced locally, so it doesn't travel as far.
Anton said.
When fuel prices rise, distance matters. Shorter supply chains help limit how much of that cost gets passed on and help maintain supply.
Across its hubs, Box Divvy is also seeing early shifts in behaviour, with members planning more carefully, focusing on seasonal produce and reducing waste. Box Divvy hub organiser and manager of Manningham-based charity CareNet, Kelly Wishart, said the Box Divvy model uses a simpler supply chain, which saves shipping food around the country.
I am grateful to be able to have food that is sourced locally, so farmers get a better price and we can make ethical, locally sourced food available for our community.
Kelly said. Farmers are already feeling the pressure more directly, with higher diesel prices, rising fertiliser costs, and increased transport charges affecting margins. Box Divvy says it has already responded by offering many of its growers a 10 to 15% increase in farm gate prices to help offset rising costs, though this is not applied uniformly.
In many cases, that increase covers most of the cost pressure growers are facing. But where supply is strong, there's also a need to be careful not to push prices too far and risk dampening demand. These pressures are real, and over time they do flow through. What we're seeing now is the early stage of that. The next few weeks will be telling in terms of how much of this starts to show up more clearly in prices.
Anton said. For households, the impact may not always show up as immediate price spikes, but as a grocery shop that varies more depending on supply, seasonality and distance.
These are structural pressures. They don't hit all at once, but they do build. What it shows is how exposed the food system can be to fuel and global disruption. There's a growing need to build more resilient, locally connected systems so communities are better prepared when these kinds of shocks occur.
This story was read by Rebecca Rose and David Tynan, Simone Kiefer,